Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today we're back with another Division Universe topic. This time, I'm going to be giving my predictions for when I think all of the upcoming Division projects will ultimately release. It's been a point of discussion among the community and in several of my videos, so I felt it would be nice to do one definitive video with my predictions on that topic. Partly just for fun, to see if I end up being right with any of them, and partly just to relay my current thought process on these things to you guys. Before diving in, I have one quick announcement, and that is that I will be moving soon, so instead of that leading to a big lapse in content for you guys, I still want to try and keep up the regular uploads. In order for me to have time to pre-record a bunch of that stuff before heading out though, there may be a few videos over the next 2-ish weeks that are more mini topics than full-blown discussions. This doesn't mean that they won't be meaningful. I try to ensure that I never make videos that don't have a point or don't constructively contribute to the game or the community, but like I said, instead of going dark, I want to try my best to stay consistent, so I hope you guys will meet me halfway on some shorter topics. We'll see how that goes. I posted a teaser of a video I have in the works on my community tab the other day, and many of you seem very excited for that, so I'm very glad to see that. But anyway, that's just a quick insight into what's going on in my life, but let's get back to the Division universe. So, what are the main contenders here? Obviously, we've got the Division 2's new content, the Division Heartland. X-Defiant kind of keeps going back and forth in my mind of how relevant it is to all of this, but I'll comment on it. And then people are talking about it less, obviously, but I'll mention the Division Mobile, the new novel, and the movie as well. So I'm just going to go down the list here, starting with the Division 2's new update. I think that this is still going to come in December of 2021. A lot of people are saying that there's no chance this drops before next year, and as I've said in some recent videos, the devs in Massive are chugging away at this thing. They've had no commitments to the live Division 2 game as of late, and unlike a new game, they don't need nearly as long of a validation period with Microsoft and Sony. So if they need to take all the way up to December to finish this thing, they can, and that'll be a solid 9 months after it was publicly announced that they were working on this with UB Bucharest. In the, the last update we got on this was when they said there would be no Division news at E3. They actually, reiterated that this content was on track for the end of the year, and so, and as we'll get to in a second, I think this is the only thing that has a chance of being released in 2021, so I bet that Ubisoft probably wants at least one thing to release this year after they made such a big deal about the Division universe back in May. Moving on to the Division Heartland. Quite contrary to what I thought back when this was announced, I'm going to go with March 2022 on this one. When they announced this game with immediate testing back in May, I thought there was no way it wasn't releasing in the next few months. That plus them putting it as the closest thing coming on the universe timeline. But as we're seeing, we're now into August with literally no new developments or news about it since May. That says something. I haven't caught wind of any of the additional tests that they said were going to happen, so I'm going to take a leap of faith and saying that they're going to use the full extent of that fiscal 2021 year window they were given, and that the launch will come in the traditional March Division release slot. This would be 3 years after the Division 2, kind of the tradition to release a new Division game every 3 years, so it kind of fits in there. And with the very little news that we have or have gotten, that's my best guess right now. The topic has been raised lately if we may see some news for the game at Gamescom later this month. Ubisoft has confirmed their attendance there, so it's certainly possible, and as much as an optimist as I tend to be for the Division, I'm honestly not feeling like we're going to see it. Unfortunately, I really hope I'm wrong. I'd love for them to show up with a big trailer or a big presentation about the game, but honestly, I feel like we'd have begun to hear more things about it. So we'll see. Maybe it releases this year, but with the limited info we do know, I'm going to go with March 2022 for the Division Heartland. Jumping to X-Defiant, I'm going to go with February of 2022 on this one. That may surprise some of you. I don't have too many facts to back this one up, other than the devs have stated multiple times that the current and ongoing test is a pre-alpha, so that would indicate that they still have a ways to go as far as development is considered. That, they made that very clear that they want to do more tests with a wider audience. They want to gain a lot more feedback on the game. So it seems to me like they're not rushing this one out, and I could see it landing right in between Rainbow Six Extraction in January and then Heartland in March, if that does end up being true. So yeah, February 2022 on that one. Now for the B team, we've got Mobile, the novel, and the movie. Mobile, I'm going to say summer of 2022. I feel like this could be a big E3 title for Ubisoft. That seems like the kind of thing they'd promote there. If I'm recalling, in the past few years, they did this at E3 where they spent a considerable amount of time talking about a mobile title. So for the Division to be getting its own, I feel like that could be a thing they actually spend a lot of time on. They did clearly state that this was going to be a 2022 title, and given some of the things I've heard about how long it may or may not have already been testing for, I'm going to guess right around the E3 time of 2022. Next up, the Division novel, fall of 2022. Not much to say there, other than I think the movie is going to drop closer to the winter and the holidays, so I could certainly see their overall 2022 strategy for the division being Heartland in spring, mobile in the summer, the novel in fall, and the movie in the winter. Alright guys, well that about does it for today's topic. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you can be updated every time I upload. Let me know down below what you think about my predictions for the release dates of these upcoming Division Universe projects. Do you agree with any, some, or none predictions? What are your own? I'm specifically curious what you're all thinking about the Division 2's new content and Heartland right now. Obviously, those are the two most anticipated projects, I would say. Also, let me know if you think Heartland is going to show up at Gamescom. I'm a bit skeptical, but maybe some of you have a good argument as to why you think it will be there. Okay, everyone, well, once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next one, guys, RogueGold out.